Hey, gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another Mind Talk. It's raining. At any rate, I won't complain because I know Australia is raining. It's 10 baseball size snowballs, so I could deal with a little rain. Anyway, long story short, another thing that came to mind that I found rather disturbing, gentlemen. Excuse me. And I have to mention it. You know, they talked about this attack on the masculine principle. This, while flipping through the GQ magazine, I besides the women's clothes the guys were wearing, I noticed they were all sitting down with their legs crossed at the knees. I think I'd mentioned this before. And I've got to say something, gentlemen. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can do it. And I don't know how they can do it for a long period of time. But, gentlemen, there is no reason that I can think of. I could be wrong. I can think of no reason why a man should be crossing his legs at his knees. When I said I putting his knee over his knee, you put your ankle on your knee. There's a reason why women don't put their ankle on their knee. And there's a reason why women cross their leg by putting their knee over their knee. So, is that the reason why it's fashionable for men to cross their legs by putting their knee over their knee? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I can't do it. I can't even sit down with my legs, my knees more than 6 inches, almost 6 inches apart without it being uncomfortable. So how am I crossing my legs at my knees? What message is that sending? I remember I had an English teacher in college, and he used to point out what he sees going on in the country, and then he says, what message is that sending? What do you think that's trying to say? So let me ask you, gentlemen. I know what it's saying. I just want you to give it some thought. What message is being sent by having a magazine with big, grown, stinking men sitting down with their legs crossed at their knees? And what is more disturbing than that? And them wearing women's clothes is one thing. That's the first half of the magazine. They're sitting with their legs crossed at the knees. As the magazine progressed, the guy started leaning on one leg. I'm like, whoa, time out here. Excuse me. What is going on here? Why is this guy wearing women's clothes? Because I'm sorry, if your pants is tight up on you, you're wearing women's clothes. I'm sorry. Just have to say it. Because women wear tight clothes, and what do they call it? How do people say it? The older people used to say it? Tight, revealing clothes. She's trying to get a man's attention. So why is a man wearing tight, revealing clothes? All right. Now he's wearing women's clothes. He's crossing his legs at the knee, and he's leaning over and sitting on one leg. What message is that sending? What have we sung to, people? What have we sung to? What is going on here? Like in the words of the great Vince Lombardi, what the hell is going on out here? What is this? It's bad enough you're in women's clothes. It's worse. You're sitting down with your leg crossed at the knee. Now you leaning on one leg. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Maybe I'm getting old or I'm too old, whatever the case may be. Excuse me. But in my book, in my mind, in my world, men are to be men. That's all there is to it. Men are to be men. Therefore, you are not to look like, dress like, and act like, and sit like anything other than a man. What is this? And I think I said this before. I remember way back in the early 2000s, Creflo Dollar had warned the young ladies that fashion, trying to keep up with fashion trends, excuse me, you may end up presenting an image of yourself that does not reflect who you are, thus putting you in a position to be disrespected. Now fashion has got men in women's clothes sitting like women. I know what that leaning on one leg is. I will find out. Whatever that is. This is what we're doing now. This is what Western society has come to. But I'm sorry, gentlemen. It is unacceptable. That is despicable and it is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And this this purse wearing has to stop. Really and truly. I mean, big grown men with purses. Where's the masculine principle? Huh? I was taught as a young man that as a male child, when I become an adult, I will not be treated the same way a woman is treated. So therefore, I am to conduct myself in a certain manner. I'm to carry myself in a certain manner because I am not going to get the same treatment that she does. Now it looks like the modern men want to be treated like women. That's the only thing only conclusion I can draw. Why are you, as a big grown hairy man, walking around in tights, pantyhose, and a purse? What got me the most, which really caught me off guard and shocked me, was Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin had on lipstick for one ad, makeup. I know they say, oh man, you're for the camera and you have to wear makeup. Alright, I get that. I'll let that slide. But to me, it looks like you're making an excuse, but that's your business. He wearing lipstick. Then when he performed, he had on a skirt. And I was always suspect of those big shirts. Wearing big shirts. Because now it looks like that was the setup to get dudes to wear dresses and skirts. And this A$AP Rocky or whatever the hell his name is, wearing a dress. I'm sorry whoever gets offended. I'm saying that just to be polite. I really am not sorry. My son is not a girl. He's not going to grow up to be a woman. Life is not going to treat him like he's a woman. He'll be treated like a man. Therefore, he has to be prepared to be treated like a man. So he will not be wearing women's clothes. He will not be sitting down like a girl. He will not be crossing his leg at his knees. He will not be sitting on one leg. I don't know what that's about. He will be a man. Now, if he chooses to do otherwise, that's on him. because that's not what he's going to be taught. That's not what's going to be modeled in front of him. And gentlemen, as I said again, you need to be in these houses. Like my grandmother and all the people used to tell me, if you're not going to marry her, don't be laying up with her. I know that's not the popular point of view as far as men and women are, but to do otherwise, you're creating a bunch of screw-ups as children because you're not in the house. You need to be in the house. There's no way around it, gentlemen. You need to be in the house. You have to be in the house, gentlemen. My grandmother said, you're not going to marry her, what you doing with her? Anyway, gentlemen, your children are a reflection of you. So make sure that the mirror is clean and in a well-lit area. Take care of your business. Make sure, prepare your children well for the next generation. They have to compete. The last 40 years, the average child has been handicapped by their parents. Well, at the end of the day, gentlemen, you're responsible because if you don't sleep with her, she can't get pregnant. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you very much for your time, and you have a good night. Goodbye.